All right, y'all. Tim Walz tried to blame Trump for the largest welfare fraud disaster in Minnesota history, while his own staff accuse him of covering up the scam. Y'all like the video right here. Follow for more. And let's get into what this idiot said. On screen, viewers saw Walz on Meet the Press pressed on a fraud case that prosecutors say stole $250 million from children nutrition programs through Feeding Our Future network, with about 70 defendants charged and dozens already convicted. Then the story exploded. An X account claiming to represent more than 480 current Minnesota Department of Human Services employees posted a statement viewed tens of millions of times. Those workers say Walz ignored repeated fraud warnings, retaliated against whistleblowers with monitoring and threats, and helped create an oversight system that protected political allies instead of taxpayers. Walz went on national television and answered a simple question about responsibility by saying he takes credit for putting people in jail, then pivoted to warn against demonizing the Somali community, bragged about Minnesota's AAA bond rating, and tried to shift blame onto Trump for cutting inspectors and watchdogs. Viewers heard him admit Minnesota's generous system attracts criminals, then watched him argue that federal politics share the blame for fraud inside his own agencies. Y'all, this guy's an idiot. At the same time, federal press releases outline a fraud web that runs through shell nonprofits, restaurants, and overseas real estate, while new reporting places the broader fraud exposure in Minnesota around $1 billion across multiple schemes. Now Treasury and House investigators are probing whether money from Minnesota fraud traveled even further. Trump's answer stayed super simple. He called Minnesota a hub for fraudulent laundering under Tim Walz and said there is something wrong with any governor who oversees this scale of theft from programs for kids and families. Viewers now face a blunt picture. Career staff say Tim Walz knew. Federal prosecutors detail the theft. National media finally covering the story. And Tim Walz responds by blaming Trump live on television. This guy sucks. Y'all like the video right there. Follow for more. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll catch you on the next one.